people get hurt. They're like, don't you already wait? Let me finish, but I host it, and Rob controls the remote. Like there's no.
They're like
difference.
Sterling has no idea.
They're like Sterling. So this is exactly what Hollywood's been waiting on.
Man, I want to tell. I don't know. Do we tell the stories now?
I don't have any stories
from
for this
Europe?
week, but you apparently have stories. So let me go through my stories really quick.
Oh, okay. Well, I basically just looked at kind of the top news stories, and I just think there's a lot to talk about.
Okay.
I'm just jet lagged. I'm a little jet lagged, and I just thought this could be kind of a chill, smoke weed, and talk about this weird news that happened this week.
Are we recording?
I started recording.
We are recording. You didn't fucking tell me any of this.
Yeah, no, I'm just going to include you talking about other people's shows.
I love this one. I got one already that I think is fucking rather hilarious.
Oh, you got stories? You're not going to start with some banter?
Stories.
You've forgotten how to do our show?
I'm finding stories. Finding stories.
I got some good. I think there are some good ones, but you have it up, right, John? Grab that mic, throw it in front of your face, put some headphones on.
Man, why? Man, you're aggressive.
Please. Well, I want to welcome John back because we missed John for a week.
Hello.
Big sexy
I
with the
you
glasses.
Slowly turning to medium sexy.
They
with
was
the glasses
asking
over
about
here.
you, boy.
That's right. We were like, we're in Amsterdam. We got Trey Songz.
They was like, all that shit is irrelevant. Where is Big Sexy with the glass? I swear to God, I felt the energy. People kept writing me. People were writing on the YouTube post. They just
true.
kept being like, what the fuck, man? We don't care about Trey Songz. I mean, yeah, he's kind of all right, and his songs are cool, and he's attractive. But Big Sexy with the glasses, he will never be Big Sexy.
I had to try to like juggle a phone and like read the articles, but everyone knew that I wasn't pulling it off.
Yeah, no,
I'm
Chris
sorry,
was not
guys.
doing a good job at all. He's pissing us off, to be honest. We were all mad about it.
Everyone was like, God, Chris sucks at reading news stories.
Yeah, man. The bottle cap challenge. Have you done that yet, Chris?
No, I kind of want to, though. I feel like we should.
That
for
was an
Wine and
opportunity
Weed.
for me to like you as a person, Chris, and you ruined it. I asked you so you could say, no, I've not done it because I'm not a fucking goofy. And instead, you were like, I think we should do it.
Well, you know, the bottle is inherent within our title name, you know. Wine and Weed. We could have kicked wine off.
It's a fucking reach.
My friend Keith did one with Tums today, and
Yeah,
I thought it was pretty funny.
Yeah.
That was
not my demo.
no,
Wasn't for me.
no. I thought it was a good twist.
No.
Did you see the jet ski one with Kendall Jenner?
Yeah, I saw all of them, man. I saw Kendall's. I saw Conor McGregor's. I saw Keith's. I saw John Jones. I saw
John Mayer kicking it off.
John Mayer. He didn't kick it off.
Well, he was the first one I saw,
Oh yeah.
so therefore he kicked it off in my mind.
He kicked up the top.
I just imagine that there is a lot of people. I don't know how hard it is, but I think it's really funny to picture somebody spending hours trying to do it and then having to give up and then be like,
But it's not that hard.
Is it not that hard?
No. Are you not seeing everyone that's doing it? Has it not hit you yet that it's not that hard? First of all,
Don't act like we didn't
90
sit in a lobby of an Airbnb and practice our kicks.
No,
to
we
see
never
if we
did.
could do it.
99% of the people that you've seen do it, Nucky. 99% of the people that you've seen do it, the top has already been off. It's
It's like super
It's
loose.
twisted already all the way off, so it doesn't even count.
Yeah, but I like these little online challenges. I feel like they bring us together in a community during a hard time for everything, you know?
No, man, I think it's just a conspiracy. The government is doing a whole bunch of bullshit while they're giving us fake challenges to fucking distract us.
Whoa, I like that. You know,
Yeah.
I'm into that shit. That's
The
probably
bottle
true.
cap challenge, bullshit. Donald Trump and Kim Jong-un just met about what? Not bottle caps.
Kim Jong-un thought of the bottle cap challenge.
I love that. The whole meeting was about that.
It was, they tried it. They couldn't do it.
I could see them actually meeting and they coming up with that at the end. That was the whole thing. Them like they're supposed to meet for a peace treaty. Instead, they walked away and was like, "Okay, let's kick it top."
Did you see that? We didn't talk about last week that Donald Trump had this like North Korea style military parade, or at least he tried to. Did you see that?
What do you have one here?
Yeah, on the 4th of July, he like tried to have a like big America parade.
Okay.
Here's the thing: being in Europe, I like in the best way possible. I was really out of my phone. I wasn't really paying attention to the news, and like that feels good. But then it felt like, oh no, I don't know the stories for the week.
Oh, it's fine, man. Sometimes it's good to separate it and just, and be in tune and one with the earth and one with the world and know what's going on. You know what? You missed all the earthquakes.
Yeah, I missed it.
So I was in.
Oh, you got one?
Yeah. I was in. You got one. Yeah, they're giving them out down. If you go to motherfucker says you got one. So when I was flying in, actually, there was an earthquake happening as we were flying.
Oh, I always wonder about that.
So there was one happening as we were flying. As we landed, we had just missed it. So I just got all the texts that were like, "Did you just feel the earthquake? Earthquake was crazy. Oh my god!" And I was like, "Are they fucking being funny? Does everyone know I landed? Why is everyone texting me? This is crazy." So there was an earthquake. Cool. So then the very next day, I was at home and I got to experience an earthquake as I was outside smoking. My front of my whole house was just shaking.
Whoa.
Shaking crazy. And I was like, oh shit. But I never felt like we're going to die. Because I was like, The Rock would be here if we were going to die. I was like, The Rock would show up out of nowhere. This is bullshit. I was like, but I did feel like, damn, that's my, like, if that light breaks, who pays for that? The city? Who do I go to fix this light? Is it my home insurance?
I think home insurance.
Home insurance for earthquakes.
They pay for act of God, right?
Yeah, they do earthquakes, yeah. And in California, you actually have to get earthquake insurance as well.
And I always kind of make the joke that I always hope that every time I leave town, I secretly hope that like, it's very
come on, Chris, get dark
Machiavellian, but I secretly hope that the big one hits and I'm gone. I secretly.
That is the worst. What the fuck is that about? What kind of shit is that?
I just secretly
I shouldn't even trust you as a person anymore.
I secretly hope that I'm not here.
No. But you're also hoping that other people are hurt.
I'm not hoping that other people are hurt.
You literally just said, when I leave town, I hope the big one hits.
Yeah.
That was your actual
quote. The big
verbatim.
one will hit one day. They will. I took a science class. I took a whole quarter of UCLA on earthquakes because it was an easy science class.
But also, how do you know it's going to hit while we're still alive?
Well, it was supposed to hit literally like 20 years ago, and it still hasn't hit. And so scientists are like, I swear we know science. Yeah, it's been slowly going like this, and it's supposed to backtrack. Yeah. But the little ones are good because that means that it's slowly backtracking.
Last one wasn't a little one. That was 7.1.
That's actually that's good. That's good for everything because then we're backtracking. We're getting further away from the big one in a sense because we've always been going.
The governor already issued a fucking warning saying the big one is coming.
Well, it's always been coming, though, for the past, 20 years. So that's why I always secretly hope. But while I was gone in Europe...
Okay, dude, you've said Europe 4 times on this show. We all get it.
You guys hear
You're in Europe. I was there, too. I've not mentioned it once.
Well, while I was gone, I played a character where, I couldn't stop talking about how I went to Europe, and I feel like that character all day. The earthquakes hit and I felt like, I'm a Californian. This is my home. I should be there no matter what happens. And then I started feeling bad that I've had this thought all the time that I wish the earthquake hits while I'm gone because I want to be here because I want to share in this experience and be there for other Californians,
Okay.
So I became a good person at the end of the story.
Not really, but okay. I guess you can kind of fucking clean that one up and sweep everything up.
I'm just saying that's where I started and then that's where I ended, and this is what I've learned. Welcome to Wine and Weed. We're back in California.
I think we have a shitty energy because we're all sad we're here. John's sad to be with us again because he was so happy we left. Chris is sad because he thinks he is Europe. He thinks he thinks he's as European as they come. And then I'm just fucking sad. Shit.
Why are you sad?
I'm just going through life shit,
Oh. You want to talk about it?
I mean, the Wine and Weed family is my family, but you still choose which cousins to talk to about certain shit. So I'm gonna choose to treat you like motherfuckers, like you're not my real family just yet. Or we're not that close, but we're getting closer every week. And who knows, next week or the week after, I may start talking about some real life shit I'm going through. That's what this show is about, right?
Yeah, it's about the world. It's about us as well. It's about us as individuals and us as a people.
I remember I did this show though. I'm excited because I got some stuff to talk about.
So do I. I tried to welcome the people to Wine and Weed.
Oh yeah, with us as always, Chris Reinacher. Is that how we do AKA Chronosaur. AKA Mustache Maybe, but not today. AKA Little Sexy with the glasses.
Oh, okay.
AKA The Great White Hope.
The Great White Hope?
Oh my God.
AKA I get it, now let me explain. There's some white splaining going on.
Oh, okay, that's me white splaining things.
Okay,
and of course oh, sorry.
I have more AKAs.
Oh yeah,
man.
I'll keep them coming.
Okay, AKA jolly as can be.
Okay.
He's the jolliest guy I know. He's fucking always happy. We all talked about this actually in Europe because we were in Europe. Me and Trey and Shoki just kept talking about how Chris can just walk around the world like la 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 la, and none of us do. We're all like, "What's going on over there? I gotta be careful. Watch out for this." And Chris is like la la la. We're just like, "What the fuck, man?" That's such a superpower.
I'll take it.
It's such a fucking superpower that you don't realize you have. It makes me envious of you.
I gotta know. I think you can talk to more random people if you have a la la la. There's a secret. Secretly, I'm not always la la la, but I like to. I've always been a smiley kid. I can't stop smiling.
Everyone wants to be la la la, and everyone can't. That's the part. That's like the superhero part. It's like I want to be la 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 too. I would love to be Superman, but I can't be la la right now because I have to fucking protect myself.
It's my new AKA is AKA
la la la.
And I was Sterling Steelo Brim, AKA that dude, AKA
is that a third
is
leg?
That a third leg? Nope, that's me.
Yep.
AKA your mama's lover, AKA skateboard Steve.
Okay.
AKA your mama's love interest. I already kind of said that. AKA
Mandingo lover.
Mandingo lover. Feels weird when I say that one.
Go ahead and say the Great Black Hope.
And of course,
John Ros.
John Ros is back.
The man that would never allow us to do his AKA. So there you go, John. You do your own.
Got it. I was all prepared.
I know.
Hey guys, I'm the facts guy. I'm Spider-Man's best friend.
Mm-hmm.
The Great Brown Hope.
Yeah, there we go. Boom, boom, boom.
Boom, boom, boom. Medium sexy with the glasses. So
hey. Dude, look at these pictures of John a year ago versus John today.
Did he ask you to show me the pictures?
Well,
he just showed me them. I was
you
very
and him are closer than we
them.
are. Me and John have only slept together once.
That's fine. It's cool, Steelo.
All right. It obviously wasn't good. John's like, it's fine.
I'm opening up. Let me find it right now. Here we go.
Look at this.
So this is from a year ago.
Oh, shit. It's from a year ago?
Yeah. Well, September last year.
And then you swipe right.
Wait, it's not even a full year.
And then you swipe right and he's wearing
year.
the same shirt.
No, it says.
Go twice to the
left. You mean?
Yeah, left. Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Whoa. I just love that you were much happier when you're bigger.
Yeah, because I realized I was
that you're like happy life.
Yeah,
baby's happy.
I'm holding a baby.
Everyone's happy. And then we swipe left and it's like, I hate life. You fucking skinny people have it bad.
Yeah, man.
I'm hungry.
I haven't eaten good in a whole year, man.
Oh shit, this is great, John. Congratulations.
Thank you so much, man.
You look amazing.
Thank you so much.
I actually just watched like a little episode from a while ago. Or I just watched a clip. Oh, there's my tacos, and that's what I brought up. I said, John, you look like a different person. I'm gonna get those tacos, BRB.
Okay.
Tacos. Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, looking back.
Right.
Oh shit, you good? Looking back at it now, I didn't realize.
Look back at it.
Didn't realize how big I was. You don't.
How much did you weigh then?
If I had to guess, at my heaviest, I was 370.
Okay.
Yeah, I was almost 400. I'm 263 2 now.
Damn.
262.
What's your goal?
I think 225, something around
225
there.
seems solid.
Yeah.
Solid.
That'll be like.
Are
the
you gonna
lightest
start
ever
working
been.
out with it as well?
Yeah, I'm not doing anything crazy. I'm just doing like cardio, but I might start, going more ham. I wanted to see the weight drop first before I start building the muscle.
Yeah. That's crazy, man. That's fucking sick, man. Congrats again.
Thank you so much.
Chris is gonna eat in front of us and ask us if we want anything, guys.
I got you food too.
Oh man, did you? I also requested food. So. Is that mine?
I'm a little confused.
Yeah, they normally give me containers. When Chris orders it, they just give some bullshit. That's me right there, Chris. Oh, you got me crispy. It's all good, player. I'll eat them. No, it's okay, Chris. It's okay,
Sorry.
Fuck! Crispy!
But we're back.
That's fair.
I traveled for 27 hours yesterday. I'm fucking
Damn.
tired.
Yeah. That's what you asked for, though.
Yeah, I stayed a little bit longer to go
Yeah, you did.
meet
And
the
you-
people of Amsterdam.
Yep. I'm
And
mad at
I
you,
had a great
player.
time. Shall we get into it?
Let's get into it. I got some stories. I got some fun ones. I got some interesting ones. I have 3 actually fun ones, and I have 1 bigger one.
Okay.
So I guess
Let's
I
hear
did.
'em.
I came prepared, guys. I guess I did. This one just came out right now, so I'm gonna read it to you guys. But I thought it was great. I don't even know what happened yet to call it great, but it's fun. It's a funny headline. A 77-year-old man went to go watch Annabelle Comes Home and passed away. So I just thought that was funny. I read the headline and said, "Whoa,
Wait.
whoa, oh shit!" Should I send you the link, John? I'm
Yes,
I'm
please.
gonna DM you the link.
I knew we were forgetting something. We haven't talked about what we're smoking or drinking.
It should be
Today we're drinking Justin
It's called
Justification
yeah. Ooh.
from Paso Robles, California, near my hometown.
Is that really?
That's true. From the Central Coast.
Okay.
Justin Justification. This is supposed to be a nice bottle, right?
It's probably a nice bottle.
Kind of sounds like a teenager made it, though.
It does. It might be like a rich teen or some shit.
Can we just call it Justin?
Maybe he had a vineyard at his house and he was like, "Mom,
What do you want to call it, son? Oh, I don't know. Justin? Justification? All right, that's not really like a pun. It kind of works. Yeah, like the show Justified. Okay. I guess so, Justin, if that's what you want. But apparently it's a good bottle of wine from Paso Robles. We say Paso Robles. That's what we say.
do you really?"
Yeah, we say, but everybody who's visiting goes, "Oh, you live near Paso Robles." And I'm like,
The
that's
people
how
who are visiting are more fucking
Cultured.
cultured and,
that's how
and
it
elegant than
should
you
be
guys.
pronounced.
No, they're locals. That's it. You
Yeah,
guys
the
are
locals
Bible.
are like, "No, it's pronounced Paso."
Paso Robles.
You mean Paso Robles?
All right,
Paso?
John sent you those 3. What's going on with this guy, John? I didn't even read it all the way.
What are
Which
we
one?
smoking,
Are-
Chris?
yeah,
Well, we're smoking
You don't know.
Wonder Brett. What kind
Wonder
of
Brett?
bros?
Wonder
What
Brett.
bros made this weed
Yo,
and wine?
dude.
Brett and Justin fucking providing us. Fucking
Wonder
Brett.
Brett,
Yo, Brett's got the weed. and
I've smoked
Justin's
this.
got
I've been
the
smoking this
wine.
weed for the past whatever days. This weed is amazing.
Oh, really? Oh,
Yeah.
hell
I'm
yeah.
excited.
It's pretty good. So.
Is it a
Sativa.
type
Sativa,
of weed
man.
other than just a Brett? Is it like a specific strain?
Fucking no, man. It's strawberry bliss.
Ooh, yeah.
Strawberry bliss.
That smells good.
Yeah, it is good. It's fucking good. It came from Brett.
Hell yeah, Brett.
Dude, fuck yeah, Brett. Dude, you and Justin should team up and make a podcast about wine.
Wine and weed. With
Bruh.
Brett. With Brett and Justin.
What's up? I'm Brett. I'm Justin.
And I'm Justin.
Welcome to Wine and Weed.
And I'm John Ros.
He just fucking jumps ship.
He's like, I don't know, Brett. and
This is
Justin
all
are
I
pretty
know.
cool. John's the facts guy for like 4 different wine and weed podcasts.
He makes so much money doing it.
Oh, man. It's a conglomerate.
Yeah, but to dive back into this 77-year-old guy that died.
Yeah, let's
Oh,
hear
okay,
about that
okay.
happy story.
While vacationing in Thailand.
Oh, all right. All right. Let's stop there. Oh my god!
Saddest.
Imagine you going on vacation and going to see a movie.
You watching Annabelle in Thailand? You must have been really bored in
You're really
Thailand.
bored.
Man.
You're like, there's nothing to do here.
I'm going to watch a movie, hon.
I'll be right back. So a 77-year-old British man by the name of Bernard Channing decided to enjoy a screening of The Conjuring's Annabelle Comes Home.
A screening?
Although it is not clear as to what took place, by the end of the movie, Channing was found dead. Allegedly, Channing was found by the woman seated next to him. However, she did not notice his passing until the movie ended.
It was a good movie.
It
sounds like a good movie.
It's a great review.
It's a good movie. She was like, this guy's quiet. Is he not getting scared at all? That part was scary.
I don't know what movie this is. What's this movie?
Annabelle Comes Home with the doll.
It's like the third movie in the Conjuring
Did you
franchise.
not watch fucking scary movies?
Just not these.
I don't know. It's like a Chucky.
Kinda.
Yeah,
but the doll
it's like,
doesn't
this
kill
is all
anyone.
based off a real story.
Yeah, they're all real stories.
quotations.
No, they're real stories, John. You piece of shit.
Yeah, I'm not gonna mess with that.
But the fact that he died, I don't know if this is a marketing strategy to sell this movie more, because there are spirits that like kill you within the movie, or if this guy really like died, or if he sacrificed himself for good marketing.
Look, we'll pay you.
We'll pay your family a lot to kill you in a movie theater.
Like, how do you feel as the creator of that film?
You
Are you
psyched.
like,
you are celebrating
we
right now.
did it?
This is
or
a
are you like,
goal.
fuck?
Oh no, you're like we did it. You're like
literally
we did it.
Or are you like, wow, we did it? I guess we scared someone
Well, who
to
was
death.
this guy? How was he so fucking cool to get invited to the screening in Thailand?
You're right.
Did he travel from fucking the UK?
It was in the premiere.
I know. I legitimately
It's a
think
screening.
it's just a screening. It's not like
shit.
a
It just means
screening.
I feel like it's
A
the
movie.
premiere in Thailand.
No.
It wasn't like
Because-
the red carpet.
Yeah, guys had a premiere in Thailand. He
Oh my
traveled from
God.
the UK to Thailand to see this movie, and he died. That's the saddest part. Is he was on vacation.
Oh, what? This is not even the first death associated with the Conjuring franchise. In
It's not?
2016, a 65-year-old man in India suffered a heart attack while watching The Conjuring 2.
So they should start saying to you, "Hey, this movie's rated R. If you're over 17, you're permitted. But if you're I'm sorry, if you're over 17, you're permitted. But if you're over 60, no, you're not.
Yeah,
good.
yeah, you might
Because this
die.
guy's 65, and the other one's 77.
77, yeah.
So motherfuckers, it's not built for you.
They scared these people to death.
Scared them to
Basically.
death.
That's kind of
Is that a cool way to go out?
to being scared to death. It sounds like no. It sounds like a terrifying way to go out.
Annabelle? Watching Annabelle?
Yeah, I guess. I don't know.
Also,
Maybe
like,
Endgame.
that's how you were scared to death.
Yeah.
Like by a movie about a doll.
Oh no, okay, Chris. You haven't seen this movie.
Oh, okay.
Don't fucking.
I heard
just
it
call
was.
a movie
It's a
about
lot of
doll.
walking down hallways. That's what I heard it is.
What do you mean?
It's just like, it's just walking down hallways and just creepy sounds. That's
a
what
good
this
shot.
movie is.
It's a safe horror movie shot.
Yeah.
The hallway. The hallway
hallways.
make creaks.
Always are creepy.
Yeah.
Well,
All right.
that was
that came and went.
It's a light story of death.
Yeah.
So light. I have one more other light one if you want to stay on some light
Oh,
shit.
sure,
You have heavy shit, right, Chris?
I got a mix.
Because I want to talk to spirit. I want to have a heart to heart with them.
It's also a good transition because of like this guy died and now we're talking about spirits.
Ooh. And this
Yeah.
guy flew spirit.
Okay.
Took it on vacation.
You think that's why he died? I would be
Yeah.
more surprised. I would be less surprised if someone died on a spirit flight and
I
no,
feel
and
people
no
die on
one
spirit
noticed.
all the time and we don't talk about it. Spirit's just like, yeah, that's it. You didn't pay for the package. Did you
Okay.
check the fucking the extra? Oh, I'm sorry. Cheers.
Cheers.
You want one?
I'm okay. Thank you very much.
Sure.
I appreciate it. Yeah.
Spirit does charge for water. They charge you to just get a glass, like just a cup of water.
Strong.
They charge you.
Strong.
Yeah. By the way, if you ever are on Spirit and you're mad that they charge for water, you tell them you have to take your medication and they have to give you a free cup of water.
Nice.
Ooh, little tricks. You know, also, y'all, if y'all want to understand, if y'all want to like be on some real bougie shit and you can't afford first class, you can always still feel like first class when they say you can board if you have a medical condition, children under this age or this. They cannot question you on what your medical condition is, and you can go board that fucking plane first.
Really?
Hell
Yeah.
yeah.
Wow, that's
Life hack.
For sure. So a black female Spirit Airlines passenger says she was forced to find a new seat on a flight from Las Vegas to Chicago when a white woman refused to sit next to her. In a series of Facebook posts, Tiara Dowdle said her flight from Detroit was delayed 12 hours, so she was unexpectedly placed on flight NK446 on June 25th. When Tiara boarded the plane and approached the open seat, a Russian woman said she was not going to allow Tiara to sit next to her. I boarded the Chicago flight and the open seat they gave me was next to a Russian woman who refused to let me sit by her, Tiara wrote. Like, refuses it to the point that she is arguing with the flight attendant about how she is not going to let me sit next to her. Eventually, Tiara switches seats with a different white passenger who was allowed to sit with no issue by the woman. I had to ask someone to switch with me because she didn't want to sit by a black woman in 2019. This 4-hour flight is about to feel like a lifetime.
Shit, if you're a racist, 4 hours with a black person is a lifetime. If you're a racist. Secondly, I want Spirit to fucking check yourself, okay? You should have never allowed this to happen. You should have moved the white woman, if anything. Secondly, Spirit, understand your demographic. It is black people. So how dare you turn your back on a black woman that's flying from Detroit to Chicago? Detroit and Chicago, I feel like, are your fucking home base, first of all, if you're Spirit. I don't understand how they wouldn't jump in and say, if you don't want to sit by this black woman, that's fine, but we're going to move you.
You have to move, 100%.
Why would you let her get up to go move?
That doesn't make any sense.
It makes no sense, but I also would believe, if you told me this, I would definitely believe that Spirit does not have a PR company and they just speak from the heart.
Spirit only, they don't have a Twitter. They just have a parody Twitter.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
But
they
that's
don't,
smart,
because
though.
I've tried to complain before about Spirit, and I've found out that they don't really.
That's
like they know they're a joke. They're very aware that they're a joke.
But that's smart. You can't Yelp me if I don't create a Yelp page. Spirit is like, yo, we're not gonna even allow you to put in complaints because we'll be here all day.
Same thing happened with Polish Air. I tried to tag Polish Air,
and they were like,
we don't have a. They were like, we're barely an airline.
Like, we have MySpace. You write us there, or you never get in touch. Yeah, but I just thought that was interesting. I only read the first part of it, but I thought it was just interesting that Spirit just don't know who the fuck they demo are. Spirit, right now we was 50-50 on y'all in Southwest, but y'all just fucked yourselves. Now we go
Southwest. Don't put Southwest at Spirit's level. Southwest is so much better than Spirit.
You sound like my mama.
Southwest.
I shit on Southwest all the time. My mom loves Southwest.
I like Southwest. Southwest has no change fees. That's the dopest part.
I'll tell you why I don't like Southwest. I don't have a problem with Southwest. If people fly Southwest, cool. I'll tell you why I personally do not like Southwest. Because they still make you play musical chairs for fucking seats.
Oh, that's right. I kind of like that, though. It's exciting.
See, it's not exciting for me. I don't have time to be like, I want to sit there and somebody's like, I was already looking at that one. Like, what the fuck?
Oh, no, yeah.
What the fuck? Everybody calm down.
It's a blessing and a curse.
General admission.
It's general admission. That's not cool. It's a plane. I paid for this ticket.
But isn't it United that's like, hey, we took out TV screens. Just use your phone. That's what United did. They're like, we'll give you a code.
Not all United flights. You get some beds in United. Some flat beds and shit sometimes. I'm saying not all United.
I'm a fan of. I think Delta is slowly moving to my top tier.
Hate them.
You don't like Delta?
Nope. I don't like Delta. I'll tell you why I don't like Delta. They don't do any. Their change fees are ridiculous. They don't ever.
I hate change fees.
They don't ever protect you. Like they will charge you the change fee plus the difference of the ticket plus this thing, and you're like, yo, I could just buy a new fucking flight.
So what's your brand? What's your favorite one?
I used to be a Virgin America guy.
Oh, I love Virgin
America. And then
America.
went to Alaska, bought them.
I still like Alaska.
Yeah, I like Alaska. It's cool. But if I have to fly something, it depends on where I'm going. It really does. Overseas can be Virgin Atlantic. It can be British Airways.
I'm talking America.
Okay. In America, best ticket, and I just look for flatbeds. So so you can go on the websites now of each airline and see if your actual flight has a flatbed. So you can see the TVs, you can see everything.
Yeah, but you're talking first class. I'm just talking about
I'm saying
overall
in general, though,
airline.
but if I got a flatbed in my plane and I'm in first class, then you can imagine economy at least has like good reclining seats with nice TVs. Like it's not gonna be like complete bullshit in the back if it's a nice first class. But if I had to pick one, I'll pick. This is tough, man. This is tough. I pick American sometimes. I like American.
People talk shit about American. I've never had a bad experience on American.
Pick American. I pick United. I pick JetBlue.
Really?
Alaska, yeah.
JetBlue is a curveball to me.
Yeah.
I like Alaska and Virgin. That's definitely the one for me. But now it's just Alaska.
Yeah, but my mom was here. She would want to hear me say Southwest is the best. Southwest is the best. Baby, I don't care what you say. I get free bags. And
you get free bags and there's no change fees. And for someone like me who can't make a decision and likes to change around, I'm happy with that.
What about somebody bougie like me that flies first class? There is no first class.
In Southwest?
Yeah.
Oh, well, I didn't know that.
Yeah, there's no first class.
Yeah.
They can give you a VIP, which means you just get on first.
Sun Country's first class is just like a foot more of room. Like that's their full first class.
Oh yeah.
No, sometimes you get
Philippines
that.
for sure.
I hate it. I hate when I book a first class ticket. I'm like, okay, cool, we're good. And I get on the plane and I'm like, this is nothing. Like so if you're on first class in most like European flights, if it's like a really quick one, their first class just means that the middle seat is not occupied.
Oh, interesting.
So that's first class enough for me.
Seats are the same in the back as in the front, but the middle seats, maybe this much more room of leg room, but the middle seats are not occupied.
That's like trains in Europe. First class and second class are very, very similar.
But that's like most things. I don't really book first class overseas. I only book business because they're very close.
Yeah.
So you're paying a world of a difference for something that's so close.
While we're on a subject of race, I think there's one in
I had one more with the
page I gave you. Well, I just thought that we could go back and forth.
No, you're right. I was just saying that the race one I also had another.
Okay.
John, you hitting this too, right? Decline and teens doing what? Oh, I believe that.
We've lit up. We got more stories, and we're back. Now we're smoking the marijuana, the Mary J. Yeah, we're smoking that kush, that good. That's not true. It's like strawberry or something. Who's that? Yeah, yo, this is Rod's brother.
Todd.
I'm Todd. Yeah, I went a totally different direction than Rod did. I'm a totally new guy. Woo!
So wait, which one? So the headline is Festival charges double ticket for non-people of color. Double ticket price. The controversial pricing plan has led to one artist pulling out of the event saying he was enraged by the policy. A music and arts festival in Detroit is charging fans different. Organizers of the Afrofuture Fest, set for August 3rd and 4th, are charging lower rates for tickets bought by people of color than for non-people of color. Early bird tickets for people of color were $10 and $20 for non-people of color. There were also some people of color tickets which were free, but they are now sold out. It was not immediately clear.
Wait, 2 seconds. Can you go back?
Yes.
You said the early bird tickets were what?
The early bird tickets for people of color were $10 and $20 for non-people of color. And then there were also some people of color tickets which were free but have now sold out. It was not immediately clear what the method was for confirming race and identity.
Say one thing. Niggas didn't get them $10 tickets. We didn't show up early to get those tickets.
What?
We missed them tickets. I'm telling you. Nah, we missed out on them tickets. Some white people got all them tickets. Those niggas got mad and was like, fuck it. Double charge them.
Double charge them because last year the white people got all the early
We didn't show up for them early bird tickets, man. The early bird tickets we did not get. I don't get it. I don't get it. If you're coming to listen to music, I just don't. Who gives a. Like, I don't think we make this a race thing. Why is this a race thing? Why are we involving race in music? Unless it needs to be involved. I don't know if it needs to be involved.
It's an Afrofuture Fest.
I get it. I guess in their heads they're thinking, oh well, we would rather people not be cultural appropriating our shit, and all white people be here. So let's make sure we're getting people of color at at the fucking concert. But I think if it's the right artist, people of color gonna show up.
Right. It's called the Afrofuture Fest. I don't know. I feel like it's a upfront way to be like, hey, white people, this isn't your space. But I also feel like,
but what is that?
I don't know. Is that a right thing to do?
Does that ever stop white people? If
Well,
you tell them that's not their space, they want to be there more. So like, you don't even like. My whole thing is, don't even gotta mention it. If it's the right artist book, they won't show up. If you truly don't want them there, just book the right artist.
This is the weirdest strategy.
No, it's the correct strategy. If you book a certain person to host a club, you know what demo is gonna show up to the club. If you book Martin Garrix to come to DJ at your party, you know you're not getting black people.
You're getting Swedish people.
I'm just saying, you know you're not getting black people. So why not, if you truly don't want white people there, book niggas. Book some real artists that ain't gonna know who the fuck they are. Book the baby. Chris don't know who the fuck the baby is.
The baby?
Exactly.
I'm going to the baby concert next week.
Okay.
Paid double.
Sing something.
Wow.
I don't know. I don't know any baby. I literally don't know what I feel about this, and you have a very off. I don't know. I don't know what I think about this overall. I think. So I remember there was a story a while back. I was doing a submission for a popular show that's a satire show. I was doing a Daily Show submission, and I was trying to find something absurd on both sides of being being anti-feminist and being feminist. I thought the most extreme version I could find of being feminist was this one person who had who was doing a seminar on public policy at the school, but she said that no men would be allowed, or no, basically nobody who had any form of privilege should be allowed to come to this policy meeting at the school. It was like it would have actually had like effects on the school. And I was like, well, that's absurd, right? Because everybody goes to school, everybody pays for the school, so everybody should be able to figure out what school is. And a girl who I was like, let me run this by like a super feminist girl I know to see if like she's also like, yeah, that's crazy. And she was like, no, that's not fucking crazy. She's like, you own every fucking space. She's like, white men own every space. So we want one space where you can't exist, and we want that space to mean something. And I still think it's absurd, and I think it's a like extreme reaction. But is that where those people are coming from when they like go like, okay, I want to charge white people more so that they are aware that this is not their space? Does that make sense? Does it? I don't know. That's like what are these people thinking when they're saying that? They're probably not trying to like oppress white people, right? They're probably trying to say this isn't your space. Do you think that white people will get there and will be like, hey, I paid double. This is double my space. Fucking asshole rods show up and they're like, I paid double to be here. I'm a white guy, so if I could make my way to the front, please. I want to see Martin Garrix.
Martin Garrix won't be there.
I know. I want to see the
Erykah Badu. You didn't show up for her anyway. You're not coming.
So you just think it's dumb they did this because it will happen naturally in Detroit at the festival?
I think if you're booking the right artist, then white people are not going to show up. If you truly don't want them there, but you obviously still want their dollar, you're like, oh, we'll still allow you. Or you could just be a full-on piece of shit and say no white people allowed.
Yeah, but isn't that fucked up? Isn't that like isn't that?
No, I just said it's fucked up. I said
it's fucked up.
You can be a piece of shit and say no, you're allowed. But at the end of the day, it's still your call. If you truly don't want them there, you obviously still want their money. So you're like, oh, we'll take your money, but we gonna make you pay double if you want to be here. Just book the right artists. They won't show up. We don't show up to their shit.
I like you giving them strategies.
We don't.
I'm saying, what does this mean? And like, is it okay?
Chris, we were in motherfucking Brussels, and there was a whole other festival going on out there. You showed me a lineup of the festival. I knew maybe 2 people out of 70 acts of white people. Guess what? I'm not the consumer. I'm not the consumer.
So you're saying that for those people, they should just be booking the right acts instead of...
Just book the right acts. You ain't got to make the statement. They won't show up.
Still kind of feel... I don't know. I got high as we smoked this, and you're right, this is good. So it's a difficult thing to talk about if I'm going to be 100% honest. I feel like I'm just going to go out on a limb and make arguments and be like, I don't stand behind none of these
Then
arguments.
let's not even do it. Just book the right people. Let's leave it there. Next topic.
But it feels like we're having a discussion like about racism in a way.
No,
Where it's like, listen, if you don't want
it's not
black people
racism.
there,
It's not racism.
book the right people.
No, I'm not saying that. I said that you have certain artists that you know we don't know. I just said the baby to you. I said I can go through a whole bunch of Afrobeat artists that you wouldn't know they are. And guess what? The white guy that does, he's supposed to be there.
I get that. Okay, I get how you're saying
He's supposed to be there. Cool. He know all these artists. He's supposed to be there. He's culturally aware. He understands.
That's well said.
Yeah. So I don't have a problem with any white person that wants to be at an Afro beats fucking thing. So I'm like, you're a smart white guy. You know what you can. That says a lot about you to me.
That you want to go.
You're
to
not that
Afrobeats
committed to
Festival.
cultural appropriation that you're ahead of the curve. You can't be like, I know all the underground Afro beats. I'm like, damn, nigga, I know. I'm like, you doing a lot, fam. You're too committed. Chill out. Like, stay with the wave. You're ahead of the wave, nigga.
That's why I'm trying to figure out what these people's justification is. Like, what the fuck happened to them in the past where they were like, oh, damn, this Afrobeats festival fucked up. It was too white. It had to have happened, right? Something had to get there.
I'm not saying
some white person fucked up the festival last year. They're like, white people are double next year.
Something happened. They brought like a bus load. Somebody rented a bus. A white guy. He got all his white friends.
At a bachelor party at the Afrobeat Fest.
Yeah. They fucked it up.
That guy fucked it. Look, there's bad people in every
and now
group.
they have to make a statement about this
sorry
shit.
about that
They're
guy.
like, now we have to make a statement because last year that we could not allow Greg to ruin the
He
last.
showed up with a bunch of Bretts and Justins. Ran all over.
Oh shit! So yeah, it's so real. Though. All right,
Just kidding, Brett and Justin. We want you to sponsor us in the future.
yeah, this stuff is amazing. Can we get into the aerial stuff?
Sure. So Facebook removes Make Ariel White Again group that sprung up after Disney cast Halle Bailey or Hal Bailey? How do you?
Halle Berry.
It's Halle Bailey.
Halle Bailey to play the fictional mermaid. Mm-hmm. So a Make Ariel White Again group was removed from Facebook.
Sounds a lot like Make America
I
Great
know.
Again, but
And that's what they wrote.
interesting.
Yeah, that's why it's
yeah. No, we're not the same people.
Different guys.
we weren't invited to that music
Exact
festival.
same person. You actually have on your Make America Great Again hat.
I just like when she had a red hair up here. Red hair.
You're the exact same person. But continue, my bad, John.
Says the offensive group was created on July 3rd after news of the casting of the black grownish actress casting went viral. It was a closed group and included a photo of Ariel Winter. Mm-hmm. So when I first saw the photo, I was like, "Wait, isn't she already white?" That's why I was confused because that was about Ariel
No, that's
Winter.
Ariel Winter, bro. You don't know what's going on in the news?
No, then I realized. It had only a couple of hundred members by the time it was deleted off the social media platform.
Wait, I don't get that Ariel Winter part.
Oh,
Ariel Winter is the girl that's on Modern
she's from
Family.
Modern Family.
So
right?
they used the photo of Ariel Winter as the group photo, and then when he posted,
But a lot of people have been. It's been interesting. They've been
when he
using
sent
it.
me the story, I was like, "Oh, wait, I don't get it. Is she now Ariel Winter now white?" Like, and that's why I was like, "Oh, it's about Ariel, the mermaid." The casting.
Shit! You thought Ariel Winter was trying to pull some
I know, that's why I was.
transracial thing?
Yeah, exactly. That's why I wasn't sure what it was. But I'm like, this is such a weird.
So
topic.
overall, you're just talking about these people who give a fuck that this mermaid is white.
No. Yeah.
That's what you want to talk about, Haley?
Of course.
Yeah, that's insane.
Yeah, get into the conversation of people who are outraged, starting groups, had it being a trending topic for so fucking long. First of all, this bitch Ariel lives in the fucking Caribbean. She lives in the Caribbean.
Oh, that's a good point.
Bitch, you don't even. What are you talking about? You live under the sea. Like you cultural appropriator. We didn't say shit about white Ariel. We should have had a problem.
No,
with white Ariel.
Is it set under the sea? I just think Sebastian has an offensive accent. I don't even think it's set in the Caribbean.
It is in the Caribbean.
I thought it's set in fucking Prince Eric's a little Dutch boy.
Nah, man.
Hans Christian Andersen wrote it.
No, he's from the Caribbean.
Oh, but then like you're saying Disney, you think Eric is Caribbean?
Eric who? No, I'm
Prince
saying,
Eric.
I know that the fucking crab, the offensive crab is obviously
oh yeah.
Fucking he's from the Caribbean. I know that for a fact.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, he states it.
And also the music is like boop, 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 boop,
yeah, we know what it
boop,
is.
boop,
We know
boop.
what the fuck it is. But I think it's just hilarious that people are outraged at them changing her race it's a mermaid. They're not real.
Yeah.
It's a fictional
There's
character.
no such thing as a mermaid, motherfucker. And for you to be like a black mermaid,
Yeah.
black people can't swim.
I just
This is bullshit.
Oh my God.
You're like, what? Is that your approach? Was that the angle you took?
My friend was like, I hope Idris Elba is King Triton.
Yeah, a lot of people said
I was
that.
like,
And I'm
oh,
like,
I'll be
if
down.
we're gonna make the whole thing, Disney's gonna get too much shit. If everybody becomes black, somebody
Your
also
dad
stated
used to
the
be
fact
black.
that Cinderella was fucking a black girl, and the prince was an Asian man, who his mom in the live action version of Cinderella, the Disney version,
Brandy.
Brandy was Cinderella, but then the prince, the one that Prince Charming was an Asian man.
Were people mad that?
Wait. No one even noticed. Wait, let me speak. And then Whoopi Goldberg and a white man were the fucking mom and dad of the Asian man. Nothing made sense.
Okay, that's what I was just. I was just thinking that they should do that with the Little Mermaid.
But
I love that shit.
it's also not real. But I guess
But everything's real.
everything's fake. So I guess you could do it.
I kind of love when plays do that when they're like, we don't give a fuck if these people don't look like each other.
Lion King was like, no, we gotta make everybody black.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We're
but
in Africa.
that's a
It's just-
very sensible move. They're in Africa.
Yeah,
Timon and Pumbaa are still white.
they are.
You know,
They are. I think it's three.
Zazu would technically be African, but nah, he's John Oliver because that's perfect.
Yeah. No, I mean Lion King's gonna be amazing, but no, I just think it's fucking hilarious that everyone's outraged about this.
I just and maybe this is my la and refusal to accept the bad things in the world, but I was like, who is mad? Like, who are you in your life that you
But
care?
you know it was like a real trending
so
topic.
much. Yeah, but I wondered because I didn't look into it because I was having a nice time being abroad and thinking about all the time I had, you know, and not feeling anxious and looking down about people fucking talking about mermaids. I was in Hans Christian Andersen land. Is he from Danish? Is he Danish?
I'll find out.
I think he's Danish. I think it's
He sounds very Danish.
yeah. So and I wasn't thinking about that, but
Or
I was
German.
also like, what if it's the same thing it always is,
Danish.
where it's like 100 people are mad because they're weird Disney people who are also racist. You know, whoever's a Disney person,
it was buzzing.
the worst version of Disney and the worst version of Make America Great Again is the person who's mad right now.
Yeah, I mean,
About
we
Ariel.
know who's mad. It's not a mystery.
Is that a lot of people?
It's a lot of people.
That's so shitty. How many people have time for that in their day where they're like, oh man, Ariel means so much,
Dude,
and
I remember-
now she's a different skin color.
I remember when Mike played fucking the Human Torch. He was getting threats. He was getting people writing about all this stuff. Like,
But that
how the-
still almost like makes sense. It just makes sense that it would happen. That it would happen because they're like, I like Marvel. I like superheroes. That guy's white. But this person's like, I like Ariel.
Yeah.
I like princesses
I
and
get what you-
princesses.
that's
And then
true,
they're like,
that's fair.
but not when they're proud.
No.
And it's like, what?
No.
Who the fuck are you?
I think you're
Who are
confused.
you?
I think most of the people that are pissed about these things are not people that care about either one of them. I think they're just racist on the outside looking in, like, what's going on over there? All right, here I am. Yes. Who needs me?
Yes. I want to be where the people are.
And they're like, we didn't want you here. We didn't invite you here. And they're like, oh no, I got it. I'll handle it. They're like,
Ariel is white.
Like, and they're like, yeah, but she's
Ron.
also not real. Disney fans are like, no, she's a mermaid, dude.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter at all. No. What about redhead representation? Who do you have? Ron Weasley? You're looking up to Weasley? Who else is redheaded?
There are no more Princess Chingers.
Nicki Minaj is not going to be the only person with red hair. Annie? They took Annie.
And then Wendy's.
What is it going to be? Wendy's next? It's going to be a little black girl? When will it stop?
Imagine Wendy's became a little black girl. Oh my God. Oh my God, that bitch got sass. All they fucking slogans just change and shit. Everything just starts being a little racist. You're like, we asked for this, but somehow this is not what we wanted. It gets way too racist. Wendy's got motherfucking, she
Wendy's.
got Polox in. Wendy's got motherfucking micro braids in. And you're like, okay, I guess. We wanted Wendy. I guess that's her.
Who made this decision?
Then you find that everybody that works at Wendy's is all white. You're like, okay, that makes sense.
We should charge double for white people to be a Wendy's.
Oh, shit. All right, we're having fun on this episode. Fuck yeah.
I guess we got a
Where
new
we
topic.
go with the next thing? Yeah. I'm going karaoke tonight.
Oh, hell yeah.
We
runs
should
in my
talk
blood.
about Jeffrey Epstein, in my opinion.
Yeah, so
But I also kind of want to know more about him, and I kind of think this is going to be a story in coming weeks, and maybe we should learn. Should we learn more and then talk about it next time? It's kind of crazy.
I don't know that much. I would be
mention
learning with you. I don't know that much.
Okay, so there's this billionaire named Jeffrey
No,
Epstein.
I know
right?
all of that.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, I've like heard of him before, and I've heard this like this rumor that he has like an island and he has a plane and he grooms underage girls and boys, I believe, sometimes in these rumors that I've heard. And very strangely, very powerful people will have tickets of being flown to his island and assumingly having sex with these underage people that he grooms and like that he has people groom and which the person who told this whole thing to me years ago was like, hence like drawing the conclusion of like, and people in power are pedophiles, right? Like that's why it was told to me. But like, I don't know. I'm like, is everybody who's been to his sex island a pedophile, or is it just a weird billionaire sex island? Do we have a problem with a weird billionaire sex island? If it involves underage people, absolutely 100%. That's weird and fucking gross. And it sounds like he's weird and fucking gross. And take out anything where I sound like I'm defending him for a second, because I'm talking about this before all these charges came out. That's what I knew about Jeffrey Epstein up until this article came out. What did you know?
I just knew I knew the same thing about him having an island that people went to, but I didn't necessarily know if it was underage people. I just knew it was like people go here to have like a private time, a good time.
Yeah,
It's
I've
kinda
also
been
heard that
pitched.
there were underage people involved, though.
You know, I didn't.
Yeah, you do.
But then when this thing came out, I was like, oh, that makes sense.
Yeah, because
I live in Hollywood, and I just look at Hollywood as a weird place in general. Like, so I'm one of those weird conspiracy guys that, like, if you tell me anything, I'm willing to listen.
Yeah.
I'm willing to listen. So if you're like, yeah, this thing goes down in Hollywood, I'm like, tell me more, because nothing's too fucking crazy.
This is also more so in DC, and I think what people don't realize is that DC is just like Hollywood. Like, it's the same. Like, it's not even like a different version. It's the same.
You mean the government?
Yeah, it's like a different, like, little, like, fucking a bunch of fucking famous rich weirdos hanging out together on a couch, smoking weed, drinking wine, doing a podcast. No, no, but they're
Someone in DC right now.
John Ros is the facts guy.
John Ros is there.
He flies out there, billionaires so they just like fly in first class.
He's like, Jeff, they're on to you. They're talking about you on wine and weed this week.
I'll make sure it doesn't go up.
He just has a podcast for the billionaires. No, but I 100% believe this happened, and pedophiles are so strange to me.
Yeah.
And the fact that there's this big conspiracy that a lot of people are pedophiles, like a lot of rich people, it like kind of paints this
I don't like this weird correlation that you continue to try to make between rich and pedophiles. Right?
I think I hear that.
No, but let me speak on that real quick. If you're a pedophile, you're a pedophile.
Okay.
There is no money that you can put to a person that makes them a pedophile.
Well, that's what I'm saying. That whole thing kind of underlines this moment of like, like you would do if you were rich. And I'm like, no.
Not at all.
No? What do you... No? Wait, what?
Yeah, no, not at all.
Are you saying that if you were rich, you would be a pedophile?
Yeah.
What?
There's nothing that like... I don't like even when
How is that a big theory?
That's like when people
how is that a big theory that a lot of people who are rich are pedophiles?
Not to even get into this. This is interesting
because that's
a lot of people in Hollywood will say, "Oh, well, that person isn't gay, but they fuck dudes. He's rich. He gets bored." And I'm like, there is no way. And I've never got bored enough that I was like, I don't want to fuck women anymore.
Yeah, you're just
like that's not
your
thing.
Bisexual.
So that's not your thing. That's not your thing. So if you're saying that like, oh, there's no amount of money. If you're into kids, you're a fucking weirdo that's into kids.
It makes me wonder if there are more people into kids in the general population if a large amount of billionaires are into kids.
100% that means it is.
So that just means that like pedophiles are just like fucking everywhere.
I believe they are.
Yeah, I think I'm starting to realize that based on after the sentiment of Oprah's thing after the Michael Jackson documentary, not trying to dive into a Michael Jackson conversation.
Michael Jackson ain't the
but
one.
she gave me there were stats of like 1 in 5
1 in 5?
1 in 5. It was like a crazy number. It was like a really high number are molested.
That's why I tell people.
And I'm like, wow, that means there's a lot of pedophiles.
Wait, there was like this article.
And we just don't talk about
years
it.
and years and years ago of a dude I actually knew. And they were like, this thing came out about child something, or he was a pedophile. He had a count of sexual assault or whatever with a child or sexual whatever. And it came out as an article. And I was like, no, not that dude. I know that dude. And then I said to myself, nigga, you don't really know anybody. Like, that's when people ask you questions like, oh, is that person, you were by that person? How did you know that? I said, I'm not really into people's shit like that. I don't get into their private life. I'm not going home with people. Like, I know some people on surfacey levels. I know like, oh, what's up, man? Oh, what's good? Okay, cool. And then you'll hear a rumor or something about that person. They'll be like, but you know him. Has he ever been like that? And you'd be like, I don't really know that motherfucker. I don't really know him. You don't really know people. So 1 in 5, what I'm saying is doesn't surprise me.
It's 1 in 5 kids. I mean, that could mean that there are more predators. That doesn't mean that 1 in 5 adults are predators. That's not what that means. You know what I mean?
I thought you said 1 in 5 adults.
No, I mean, that's.
I hope it's way less.
There's no way to really measure that, right? But there is a way to measure, kids who have been molested.
Yes, 100%.
And that. Anyway, I mean, that's just almost like a separate conversation I've almost been wanting to talk about on this podcast for a while. The fact that there are all these theories that there's a large amount of pedophiles that are in power. There's there's in Hollywood as well. There's like this idea that also feels like it might be true of like these pedophiles who definitely during the 90s and maybe still today, like passed around young, like child actors, right? Like there's like Corey Feldman has talked about that.
You hear these rumors and you hear these different things. And I say that, I don't know. I haven't myself, as someone that's lived in Hollywood for a while now, I don't myself know a lot of stories or confirmed stories or feel like, oh, that thing really happened.
No.
But I do hear whispers. You hear whispers of things happening all the time. And you, not necessarily doing like pedophile shit, but just different stuff going down in Hollywood all the time. Like stuff that you wouldn't look at in, I guess, as normal in other parts of the United States or in the world. But we hear stories in Hollywood all the time being like, oh, that's a thing. That thing happens. This happens. Pedophiles, not so much. I don't hear those stories.
Yeah,
but when you say that to me, it also doesn't surprise
But Sex Island, for example, you're like, oh, there's a sex island ran by a billionaire.
That sounds legit.
Sense.
I'm a nigga that live out here for 12, 13 years. Sex Island, where people go and fuck people, sounds 1,000%.
But then you're like, they
harvest
harvest
so then
children.
when you throw in
then
that
you're
part,
like,
I'm like,
what?
whoa, okay. It's a deeper world. I'm not really, you know what I'm saying? So you start asking yourself those questions.
Anyway, do you want to? I mean, that's an interesting conversation to me in general. And then this week, it's charged. There's evidence. This happened, right? Like, what
he must
happened?
have evidence. He did. He got charged.
I mean, and like I'm saying is, I think that fucking they expect us to be like that in Hollywood because there's a bunch of fucking artists and delinquents and people who are expressing themselves and don't care about telling people what they're doing, not trying to hide things. While in DC, buttoned up, running the country, telling you to go to your room. You know what I mean? Like in DC, you think that things don't happen there, but it's the same fucking thing. It's just more people cover it up.
No, I don't think that people think things don't happen there. I think actually you think those guys are even sicker.
Oh, yeah.
I think in Hollywood, it's a lot of people that a lot of times, or the cool person in school or the hot person in school. So they may like have, you know what I'm saying? Like, at least in the acting.
I get that.
So they may be like already used to people telling them yes all the time. I think DC is full of people who've been told no their whole lives. So now that they're empowered.
But I'm smart.
They can go get a yes.
And now
and you're like,
win.
Creep, weirdo.
Yeah.
They're both weird, just saying.
They are both
DC
weird.
So
speaking of weird, what's the article say?
Billionaire pedophile Jeffrey Epstein was arrested for allegedly sex trafficking.
Wait, time out. You can't write an article and say billionaire pedophile
The craziest
as
thing.
if he got rich from being a pedophile.
Right, yeah. That's fair. Daily Beast.
Billionaire pedophile. You know him, the billionaire pedophile.
Really hammering it in.
Oh my God.
One of the biggest pedophile success stories around.
Oh my God.
That guy was really good at being a pedophile. He made
One of the best
billions.
ever. I call him the GOAT. All right.
Drake was close. Oh my God.
No, Drake's not a
No,
pedophile.
I was just thinking, you can cut my Drake pedophile thing out because I want Drake to come on line of weed.
Gotcha. Jeffrey Epstein was arrested for allegedly sex trafficking dozens of minors in New York and Florida between 2002 and 2005 and will appear in court in New York on Monday, according to 3 law enforcement sources. Epstein, who owns a New York City mansion and an island in the Caribbean, was being held at the federal lockup in Manhattan ahead of his court date. Saturday's arrest by the FBI NYPD Crimes Against Children Task Force comes about 12 years after the 66-year-old financier essentially got a slap on the wrist for allegedly molesting dozens of underage girls in Florida. For more than a decade, Epstein's alleged abuse of minors has been the subject of lawsuits brought by victims, investigations by local and federal authorities, and exposés in the press. But despite the attention cast on his alleged sex crimes, the hedge funder has managed to avoid any meaningful jail time, let alone federal charges. The new indictment, which according to 2 sources will be unsealed Monday in Manhattan federal court, will reportedly allege that Epstein sexually exploited dozens of underage girls in a now familiar scheme, paying them cash for massages, and then molesting or sexually abusing them in his Upper East Side mansion or his palatial residence in Palm Beach. Epstein will be charged with 1 count of sex trafficking of minors and 1 count of conspiracy to engage in sex trafficking of minors, which could put him away for a maximum of 45 years. The case is being handled by the Public Corruption Unit of the Southern District of New York, with assistance from the district's human trafficking officials and the FBI. I can keep going.
I mean, you don't have to. What are we even going to talk about, Chris?
I don't know. Maybe
It's just
right.
a fucking creepy guy. if these are dozens and dozens of allegations, I think it's got to be a time when we stop calling them allegations.
Oh, okay. So the thing we're going to talk about is the fact that Donald Trump has been to his island a ton of times. The fact that Bill Clinton's been to his island a ton of times. The fact that a bunch of politicians have been to his islands a ton of times, and this guy's sex trafficking minors.
It didn't say he's sex trafficking minors. You just put that on there right there.
No, that's what he's being charged of. He's,
Yeah.
he's
I thought he was being charged for,
allegedly sex trafficking minors.
Sex.
So this
Sex
guy,
Did
this
it?
guy
Yeah.
Oh, I
took
didn't know it was
minors. He molested them. He had sex with them. He also, a safe was found in his New York apartment with a bunch of photographs of underage girls. It's like a whole fucking thing.
Okay, so then my question to you is this, right?
Yeah.
Because you were gonna bring it up earlier. We knew an individual like that went down for some child pornography shit.
Yeah, and I wasn't. I knew that guy.
Yeah, but you didn't know him like that. But
yeah,
you
I
knew
haven't
him.
been to his island.
Yeah, you know, I'm just asking a question. You didn't know him, but you knew him, but you didn't know him like that. Same
No.
way here. I knew him, but I didn't know him like that.
Yeah. This guy, do we tell him who he is
You
or
can
not?
say his name if you want to.
I can't remember his name.
Mark Saling.
Mark Sandlin from Glee.
From
He's
Glee.
dude from Glee.
Yeah, so we knew him, but
Yeah.
because when you started doing child pornography, it's knew him. I don't know him no more.
Yeah.
We knew him.
It was very weird
But-
to see somebody you know get
But
Go down
I'll
like
say
that.
as much.
incredibly charged with child
We
pornography.
me and him traveled together. We went to Mexico together.
Oh, really?
Oh,
We went
wow.
on a trip. Delgado booked us a trip. We all went on a trip together.
Huh.
It was a whole bunch of people. We all Ryan Rodman, me, Mike, everybody went on a trip.
Oh, I remember that
It was a
trip.
big trip. Yeah, that guy was there. We don't know that guy. We've
Right.
traveled with that guy now.
That's true.
So what I'm saying to you is this: I'm not saying that those people did not go there for that. I'm saying we don't have any evidence against those people, and you can be around somebody and not know them at all. So
I actually think that was well expressed and a good tie into our conversation earlier.
yeah,
I still think that makes.
I'm not saying those people are
kinda
innocent.
creepy.
I'm saying it could make those people creepy as well. But I'm saying for sure he's the creep. Let's focus.
Right.
This guy is the creep. We don't
Yeah.
have any evidence on anybody else. We can bring up conspiracies and say people go out there and we got this whole Pizzagate scandal
Sure.
and everything. We can dive into that if we want to. It's a deep hole. We'll fucking be going really far, really long. I think that the most we can say is this individual is a creep, and I'm happy that they're taking him down.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, it's interesting. Felt like I had something to say, and then
Then he smoked.
No,
Smoke
I
weed
mean,
every day.
I think you said that well. Okay, so here, I remember what I was gonna say. So, in combination with that, there was a rape case against Donald Trump from a 13-year-old girl that was going down days before 2016 election, and then all of a sudden it went away.
Mm-hmm.
And how does that look for Donald Trump, knowing that he's been accused of rape of an underage person, and it went away? Probably because he has money, and then he also is going to the island with this dude. Like, if you told me Bill Clinton was fucking, if you paired something else of Bill Clinton's with doing this shit, going to this island, I'd be like, oh, all right, looks like Bill Clinton might be a pedophile. We already know Bill Clinton's a freak. We already know he's going to his sex island. Yeah.
Why is he a freak though,
You
bro?
know Bill Clinton's a freak.
No, I feel like Bill Clinton like to get it in, but I've never looked at Bill Clinton as a pedophile.
I hope he's not a pedophile.
I don't think Bill Clinton a pedophile.
I hope Bill Clinton's not a pedophile.
But what's even a freak, man? I think the people be acting like presidents ain't normal people. Bill
That's-
Clinton got his dick sucked. We get it.
No, I think
Niggas fuck
I
up.
think Bill Clinton is fuck. I think Hillary Clinton and Bill Clinton is an obvious non-marriage
Oh, you hating, fam.
or an open marriage.
No, I think they used to be married.
Yeah.
And now they just like, it's whatever.
Yeah,
It's straight up
100%.
House of Cards.
But we all pretend.
It's literally just House of Cards.
100%, and we all pretend like they're married, and
I'm
I'm
fine
like,
with it. I'm fine with pretending.
but we all just pretend.
I'm fine with pretending. They wear the same size suits. They be having those same suits. You
They
like,
seem like they're cool with each other. They seem
they
like they
definitely
respect
friends.
each
They definitely
other.
friends.
Yeah, they're good friends.
Yeah.
and they're proud of each other.
They started to look like each other too. They did. I used to look at them and be like, oh, y'all started to like brother and sister. Y'all been kicking it for too long. I gotta break this shit up.
It's almost like you're married, but we know what Bill's doing. Hopefully not being a pedophile.
I don't like people judge Bill Clinton for getting his dick sucked, man.
I don't judge Bill Clinton for getting his dick sucked. I think it's very obvious that Bill Clinton just sleeps with other women. I just think
does it make him a freak?
It's like, for example, we hear stories. I've heard a story that Bill Clinton has a house in like the middle of America and he has a farm and he just has women and he sleeps with them. And I'm like,
think bitches just fly into the middle of America?
Yeah, for Bill. Yeah,
Bill Clinton dick ain't that good, bro.
But Bill Clinton,
bitches not flying in Wyoming for nothing. It better be a Kanye listening party too, 1 mile away, motherfucker.
Bill Clinton
I ain't just coming out here for your dick, Bill. Is Ye gonna be out here? Is he recording the album, motherfucker? Like it can't be. No, people ain't flying in for Bill dick like that no more.
I think they might be.
I think when he was flying to the White House, it was easy to have some import, have some pull up on him. I think now that he's in the middle of nowhere, and he ain't just getting no pussy, bro.
He's going to these fucking islands, which again, we're not. I hope we're not connecting to pedophiles. If we find that all this shit is pedophiles, I will lose my faith in humanity, and I'll be freaked out with everybody around me. I'll be like, is everybody a goddamn fucking pedophile?
It'll make me really sad.
If one guy in 100 billionaires is a pedophile, okay, that makes sense. But if all those people are pedophiles,
no, in 100, no, it's at least 4 in 100.
Oh, billionaires?
Yeah, if it's 100 billionaires, 4 of them motherfuckers pedophiles at least.
They might push the limits. Maybe they push the limits.
Push it to
Maybe
the
they
limits.
go, what can we've done it all. What can we do? Fucking like rape people.
No, that's not what happens.
Maybe when you get a billionaire.
Bro, there's nothing. I don't think that you can. I don't think your
They're
integrity
bored.
just goes out of the window. I don't think you just say, oh man, I'm going to start fucking kids. I
hope not.
I got too much money, man.
I fucking hope not.
Wait, let me see. Oh, God. 3,000 channels.
But what if there are
more
more
demand and
what
there's
if there
nothing
are
to
more
watch?
Pedophiles than
Maybe
we think?
I'll fuck kids.
But what if there are more pedophiles than we think? What if there are more pedophiles than we think everywhere? Not just in that class.
I think that
I'm just saying this is about to get me recently.
Crazy person on this podcast.
Do I? This guy's being incredibly charged.
No, I'm not saying that's crazy. I think that we'll just be digging all day if we start trying to dive into if there are more pedophiles out there. They're like aliens.
Don't know. I've always felt that way until literally recently where I realized that the stats on the amount of kids who were molested when they were kids, and they were strikingly high, and I went, holy shit, there are more pedophiles than we talk about.
I think that you're also missing the fact that pedophiles abuse a lot of different people. So you're looking at it thinking it's one pedophile to one person. It's not. It's not. Pedophiles abusing 10 people, 15 people, 7 people. They're multiple offenders. They're going to keep offending. They're going to keep being pedophiles. They're not going to stop on one kid.
You're saying they're all Jeffrey Epstein's girls?
They're not going to develop a relationship with the kids. They're going to keep sleeping with kids. They're pedophiles.
You think they're players? Do you think all pedophiles are players?
I don't think pedophiles are
A pedophile rights group is going to email you and be like, listen, you have misconceptions about my attraction to kids. I like to abuse. Oh my God, I'm gonna trigger. I like to abuse.
That was your funniest thing you said in a while. I just imagined a pedophile being like, I am faithful.
Hey, wait. Listen, I'm a pedophile, but I have a very specific way of doing this. I actually think that's real.
That's not real. It can't be.
They think they have a fucked up view of relationships.
There is no way in hell that is real.
I don't know. Is everybody crazy? People are mad about Ariel being black. That means that people also must be pedophiles. That must be the same percentage of people
100%.
who care about that bullshit.
No, I agree with you, but I just don't think there are pedophiles.
I don't know. I just, as I get older, I trust less people.
If there's a fucking pedophile that's like, I'm faithful, but I'm faithful, you are killing me. Please, like, I want you to turn yourself in because you're a pedophile.
They're so fucked up.
That can't be the case. That made me laugh way too hard. But yeah, I just no.
Anyway, I think in the weeks to come, I am interested to see what this becomes. But I thought that was a smart conversation about it, and actually a conversation that people actually haven't, not that part at the end, but the conversation that people haven't been having is, if the only thing that you have against you is that you know Jeffrey Epstein, it doesn't mean you're a pedophile. But if you have numerous pedophile shit against you and you know Jeffrey Epstein and like hanging out with him,
I agree.
Then you might be a pedophile.
You might be a pedophile. I agree.
So I think that's just things to consider in weeks to come.
Weeks to come. I want to talk about some other shit, but fuck you. But it's been a great episode. I am so happy to be back here with you guys. You guys are amazing.
Happy to be here, man.
Definitely,
here, guys.
You're amazing, Steelo Brim, aka Skateboard Steve.
Hey,
aka
Mandingo Lover.
Yeah,
aka Third
John's
Leg.
like out of
AKA,
energy.
John thinks he's doing his other show.
Right. Oh yeah. Oh damn.
AKA billionaire.
Yes, totally different.
pedophile.
AKA.
Yeah, AKA billionaire pedophile. AKA
Pedophile billionaire.
He's like, Jeff. Hey, Jeff. I'm at Jeff.
EpiPen.
This is usual. It's John Ros.
Hey.
It's your boys Donnie and Jeffrey Epstein on Wine and Weed. They got their own podcast. And
Justin
John
and Brett. It's been Justin and Brett for Wine and Weed. We'll see you next week.
Yes, we will. Peace out. Zip it up and zip it out. Bye.